I will not be wasting any of your time. You already know what's coming up. Roll the graphic.
Fuma Saika, 参ります。
That's right. Fuma, shut up. Fuma is in the game. This is huge. You don't know how huge this is. This is huge news. The new character revealed. This is a very pointless timing in news, which is great because there's 2 reveals in this timely news. The biggest, sometimes the smallest little additions have the best, biggest revelations. Would have been bigger if we didn't find out through the Facebook page. But either way you found out, Fuma is finally in the game. Saika, that is. Fuma Saika, the second Fuma character to make it in the game. This is huge. This is even bigger than you can imagine it is. Because let me tell you one thing. This is gonna be this is a very nothing burger time in the news. You got Fuka. Who the hell is Fuka? No, whoa, sorry, I forgot the people's names for a minute there. You have Fuma Saika. This character has been long overdue. If you know anything about this time in stuff, you know the Saika has been a long time coming, and not only is she coming, they did something I didn't think they would do. I thought they were gonna like cheap out and give her like sights on her legs to make her be like Asuka and have little like sights on her legs. No, she kicks. Maybe I'll put some footage, some footage right here. That would look very good, and most likely that's probably happening as I'm talking right now. I don't see it, but you do. But she kicks. That's huge. So you get, her weapons are legs. We've had a few characters recently that use older weapons. We had Aina. We had the RWB chick. They all used other characters' weapons, which is good. I like that. Positive. That's a positive. But Fuka is not. It's Fuma. That's why I was confused when I said Fuka earlier. Fuma. The Fuma clan has gotten their second member. Possibly for a while now. There's another one that could come, but that's not important. The important thing is that Saika is here. But we will stop talking about the best part of the news so far and talk about the worst part of the news. It's not the worst, but you know, in all honesty, new weapons! You can get UR weapon exclusives on the 5th of whatever, next month. Anyway, that is big news in a way. I don't like these events, I especially don't like recording these events because they're very confusing. But I will admit, despite the fact that Asuka's face looks a little weird, she has like a weird lipstick thing going on, these weapons, at least, I will say Asuka probably wins on this one as far as like style goes. Oboro, close second, not really feeling, you know, we gotta bring the shaft back to Kirara. So hers are okay, nothing too crazy. You get their snake weapons, essentially. You get their snake weapons. I'm not gonna, you know, I guess I will bore you with the details. So what do we get here is essentially, that's the end of the news section. Like I said, this is kind of a nothing section, but I'm going to add a little bit of extra stuff here because I think it's pretty interesting to note. And I hope you got past all that information that you probably already knew, because this is pretty important. So, we're going to get their weapons. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Basically, it's like snake weapons. They're kind of cool. They usually do the same crap. Increases particle charge, pretty worthless. I don't know anybody who really cares about that. And then calls forth an area attack of toxic stream. A stream of toxicity. So, this is a good one for the fans. And you'll love it. Everybody loves it. So that's going to be that. But there's bigger news afoot that I want to get into with you fellas and fillets. Or fillets. Whatever. We got even bigger fish to fry. Well, actually, no, I have 2 more points to make. Actually, you know what? We're going to make that first. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Fuma Saika is the first. This is a bigger character than even you imagine. You probably were like, oh my goodness. Fuma Saika is finally in the game. Then you were like, oh my goodness. Her legs are her weapons. Actual mechanical legs. Imagine the leg. It's like customizing your character almost. It's amazing. But there's even bigger news to this. Also, in this, I'll throw this as an extra little information. They mentioned Granny twice. So, Taimanin likes to put in their younger less developed girls every now and again. Though she's got developed big fists. So, I have a theory that Granny could be coming around the corner. This will actually go against my last theory, but we got robot legs. What would make more sense than the next character to have robot arms? Come on. I think that the fact that they have mentioned Granny twice is a little weird, but the Fuma disaster is what we're focusing us on right now. And there's so much great things coming to this character. Let me just tell you, this is a huge deal. She has the most amazing outfits, the biggest based outfit in the entire, this is the biggest Taimanin W ever. This is we'll get to that. I'll just show it to you and then I'll talk about it. And no, fuck that. This is huge. She has an Indian outfit, which you will see on the screen right now. And not only is it like very scantily clad, they know people wanted this girl. That is the biggest deal. In this day and age, I cannot tell you. I am so tired of Indian culture being erased from everything because people get mad about it. Taimanin, I don't know if it's because they're in Japan and they aren't aware, or if it's because Taimanin is not big enough to be bombarded with a lot of BS, despite somebody on the Facebook page coming in with that BS. Shut that down. Anyway, she gets an Indian outfit, which looks great. If it bothers you, take the headdress off and enjoy the underboob. Anyway, that's a rant on the side. A huge deal. Fuma Saika is the very first. She opens the door. People don't seem to realize this. Felicia opened the door for characters like Micah, for characters like other names who I can't remember. Micah and Micah. I'm sure there's other ones too. Before she came, there was only an impossibility that the next character, the playable characters, could be characters you get from events. Now, literally, if you really want to think about it, all the characters you get from events are up for grabs as far as characters that you can acquire in the game in the future. It's kind of a big deal. What Fuma did was she has opened the door. You see this girl right here? This is her opening the door. There she is. She is in the door, and there she is politely, not on a, well, I mean, she opened the door. She opened the door for her. She opened the door for her. Possibly her. That's a Shido Rika. She opened the door for Hamura. Could you imagine this character being playable? Fire. She opened the door in the Nase. Basically, my point being, she opens the door for the SR characters. Nobody seems to mention this. This is a kind of a big deal. Any SR character could become a playable character at this point. Personally, if I had a vote, I'd say this girl would be in the game. Just imagine the cool outfits they can make. And she does have like a more feminine version of herself. So if they really wanted to go that path, they could do that and they can give her more feminine outfits. But Faust, definitely put her in the game. More gun users. She's got knives on the end of her gun, so she'd be a little different. But that's kind of a big deal. Fuma Saika has opened the door for all SR characters to be playable characters. Just like Felicia did for everybody else. Shut up. Oh, well, this girl. She opened the door for Micah. She opened the door for, technically, no, not Sora, because the other character. So she opened the door for Micah. She only opened the door for one person. You know, she's selfish, she's a demon, whatever. But she opened the door. Of course, I know somebody's out there saying, like, well, there's already been supporters that have been playable characters. Yeah, but Asuka doesn't count, and you probably won't even see that supporter ever again, which is annoying. Same with Kirara, because I want them. But that's kind of a big deal. And we are going to end this video with a summon. But before that, there's even bigger news that I want to get to. The bigger news... There's even bigger news I want to get to. This. So, let's go on a little bit of a walkthrough here. Like I said, this time in the news was kind of a big nothing. So, we're not really worrying about that. We're going to go off of here. So, one thing that I've noticed, and somebody else pointed it out, I'm not going to say I took all the credit. This is the vote for the playable characters that people wanted to see. Annie Rose obviously was the first one. We remember what happened with her. It was a big mess. You know, we don't really want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, we give her a big old fat X because she kind of sucks. Not that her character sucks, just her whole situation sucks. But after her, we got big short stack, big boobs. Well, small short stack, little boob, whatever. Flip it, reverse it, you know what I mean. And now, the next character that's going to be playable is Fuma Saika. You already know, if you've watched any of these videos, my contention with this stupid character right here, Miss Butler, which, by the way, another troll perhaps, but Saika also has a butler outfit. Timon, they do so many good things and then they piss me off with stuff like that. And I know some people are probably thinking, like, you don't want clones of Asagi, it's just the same character. That's where you're wrong, because she uses not guns, she used like knives or whatever. She would be like a ranged character. And the fact that I will continue to mention this, not only with the butler outfit, but she also is in the game already as a supporter we can't get because they fooled us into voting for this stupid broad. She gets 2 X's, that's how bad she is. But that means that if we're going to go by the theory, of course the next character could blow this theory out, but we got Aina, we got Fuma Saika. Both of them are very big characters, very big wanted characters for a while now. Chances are high that the next characters that come out are her, I don't know what that symbol is, or her. It's kind of huge. If we're going to go by this theory, then that means there's the next 2 characters, which means this game has been setting up clones in the story. So it is very likely that Clone Asagi or Clone Yukikaze are going to show up at some point. A lot of people thought Clone Yukikaze was going to be the next character to be revealed, and it was not. It was actually Fuma, which she was a big character that everybody wanted for a while now, but let's get down to the bottom now. Now, Shisui has been robbed because she already won a vote, or at least she was number 2. Somehow she's number 10 now, and if we're going to go off of this theory that's being proposed in this video, then she's going to be a long way coming. You might get her in 2024. Another huge character that everybody wants, as a matter of fact, we're not even going to use yellow. We're going to do something different. We're going to do orange. So this is 10th place, so don't expect to see these guys anytime soon. Even though they don't seem to be going in any order with these 2, they are right next to each other, so it's likely that either clone is going to come up next. But Shisui should be in the game already, in my personal opinion. We still do not have a white-haired supremacy girl. Bothers me heavily. If anybody deserves to be that character, it's her. This girl has already been kind of teased as a playable character, so expect her. I don't remember her name. It's not important. She has cat ears. A lot of people thought she's going to be playable before because just like with the stupid Shizanosuke, the subtitles were wrong and they said limited in the thing and it wasn't limited. Another character that's most likely going to come very, it's not even a guess. Now, Shiniko Cola is probably not coming to the game because, you know, guys. But Hibiko is probably going to be coming to the game at some point. Probably. I mean, let's just be honest. That's going to happen. At some point, that's going to happen. She's going to be in the game. She's already in the game. They already have the model. They just got to brush her up. Same with the other girl, the cat ear girl. Now, this girl, whose name, Mari, I knew her name. She's been a very much requested character. Very much requested. So she's also likely going to be here. If we're going to go off of this theory that I have, this is the next set of characters. As a matter of fact, let me remove all these markings real quick. Barring these 3 here, we know, at least right now, we have a blueprint of characters that could come in the future. Now, I can get fact-checked in the next reveal character trailer, and none of this is going to be true, and they're going to put out, I don't know, they're going to put out some other character. Let's say they're going to put out, this would be amazing, by the way. They're going to put out her. She's going to be the next playable character, for all we know. Morishima Ai. I voted for her personally in the vote. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's always possible, I guess. But let's go off of this. I'm going to say that you can guess that these girls are going to be what's likely going to be the next set of characters. So this is our blueprint. The 7th place is she's a special individual. I don't really know what you would think about her, but she's, from what I've heard through the great time, she's a special, unique kind of character that, well, I should say they might as well just put Fuma in the game if they're going to put her in. But that is essentially all the news or information or side content of this time in the news. Big news, Saika's coming to the game. That is the biggest news at all. Of all. Period. No doubt. No, ignore that noise. Ignore all that. That is the biggest news. So, we will end it with a summon, because why not? You know, there's Stupid Head saying goodbye. She's not saying goodbye, she's saying hi. So we'll go ahead and do this real quick. Put this back on. Oh, I didn't know I got a daily. I already got my daily. Oh, the Ingrid package is back. I don't know if that's newsworthy. She's back. That was the last time in the news. Get with the times, man. Alright. Not going to that. Shut up. Nobody cares about what you have to say, Tokiko, ever. Anyway, rotation gacha. We're going to go ahead and do one of these. Because I want her. She could be the next playable character for all we know. She's very popular. A lot of people like her. Dang, I get nothing. I get goofies. That's what I get. We're not even going to watch it. Anyway, obviously, oh, that's time in the news. Maybe I should buy her with Desire. Maybe I should do something else. What did you think? What is your Fuma disaster? What disaster do you want to see coming up in the game? Tell me the disaster you want. Tell me if you want me to do more videos talking about possible characters in the game. I have ideas that I think are fun to talk about. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what is up. Tell me why I should not hate Fuma. Not Fuma, sorry. This Fuma. This particular Fuma right here. Tell me why I should not hate this Tokiko lady. Tell me why she's great. Tell me why she's the best. Also, tell me why Aina is actually the best and why you voted for her. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. Tell me why Murasaki looks like a dead demon. Tell me all these things. Tell me all the things. That was the end of this time in the news. This time in the news, the best time in the news, plus the worst time in the news. Fuma Saika is coming to the game. It's really happening. It's actually coming. Can you believe it? What do you have to say, Short Stack? She also can't believe it. And of course, Tokiko has to get in there at the end. Because nobody can ever have any moment without Tokiko. Get the fuck out of here.